Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you for joining. If you can, just share this video or you can just tune in with us tonight. My name is Aleta Roundtree Mathis, CEO of Ready, Set, Grow Coaching and Consulting. I also have a guest tonight, which is all the way from Decema. Can you tell me where you're from?
King Street, South Carolina.
Okay. And Decema is here. I will be speaking with Decema about her experiences, her trauma and triumph experiences, and we will be discussing um, some things that we both have gone through, but however, her story is needing to be told. And so she's here tonight to share that with everyone. There may be someone in your life, or it may be you that just need that extra push to come out of whatever you're in. And so we created this so that people can come forward and be bold and courageous
Hmm.
and be resilient in their life. And so I brought Decema on because I had a trauma and triumph event back in June, and Decema was one of my guests who came, took the stage on the platform, and shared her story. And it takes a lot of strength to share your story with everybody. And so to even be bold enough to get on stage and present her trauma, her adversities, her victories was a blessing to many women in that room. And tonight, Decema, I want you to tell us a bit about yourself.
um, my name is Decema. I'm a single mother. I raised two sons, 26 and 16. I'm a young lady that was in the streets at a very young age. At 15, thought she was grown and could do what she wanted to do. Um, got to a point where I started using cocaine heavily. Always wanted to be a mother, but in my spare time, my free time, I chose drugs. Um, got to a point where being in the streets, I didn't want my sons out there, so I had to make I had to make a change. I had to make a choice because people don't understand. Your kids become what they see, and even though I separated the streets from home, people don't understand that some things can be generational. It can be a pattern. Our kids can encounter a lot of behavior and patterns that we have as parents. And being in the streets at a young age, I just was like, I don't want my boys out there. They can't handle that. I barely could handle it. I only made it by the grace of God and His protection and His guidance. Um, One day, the Holy Spirit told me, if I didn't stop getting high, I was gonna be smoking crack, and that scared me because I saw what crack did to women. Because I was in the hood at 15, I was in the streets at 15,
Wow.
and one night, I was reminded on a 3-day binge, something I never done in all of the time I was getting high, and the
Mm.
Holy Spirit came to me and reminded me what He said, what God said, and that night I got saved in a hotel room on the third night of my binge. So I say that to say, you don't have to get saved at church. People say that church, yeah, you can get saved anywhere you confess in your heart and truly confess that, okay, God, enough is enough. I have come to a realization that I can't do this on my own. God cares about what's in your heart. And that day I gave God my life in that hotel room, and my life has never been the same.
Wow. So I know your history, you say with cocaine use. Tell me what caused you to go that route.
First of all, I went in the streets looking for love in all the wrong places. Wanting to be loved, wanting to be seen. A lot of people not going to be honest and say, I just wanted somebody to see me. And I wouldn't say attention. I want, as a woman, we want to be wanted. We want to feel a part.
Mhm.
And I wasn't getting that at home.
Mhm.
And I went into the streets. And the crazy part is, I believed in just say no. Like, I would never dealt with nobody who did cocaine or nothing, because that was like, that thing will ruin your life. I think I'm
Mhm.
somebody. In my mind, that's how I was thinking.
Mhm.
And had a boyfriend fell in love. You know how we say, I don't see how she stayed with that man and that man treat her. But people don't know love is powerful.
It is.
And you don't
It is.
understand nothing until you step in them shoes.
Yes.
Because I was one to say, man, she's stupid, mess with that man. But God allowed me to be in a relationship where I fell in love with a man.
I always
And
say, don't, I'm sorry, I always
uh,
say, don't say what you won't
yeah,
do until you have
ex-
been faced with that situation. We think we'll do one thing or we think we're going to go another route, but you never know until you have been faced with a situation.
the enemy prays off of those words coming out of our mouth.
Hmm.
Oh, they think they won't do this. Oh, I'm gonna start plotting on them right now.
Hmm.
And I went around some people I knew, and I was bold. Don't tell me what I can and cannot do. And they was like, no, Seema, don't do it. No, no. And I was like, don't tell me what to do. And they gave it to me.
Hmm.
And I thought I could handle it. And the devil gave me 6 months. And it seemed like he pulled a rug from under me. And I was like, oh my gosh, where I'm
Wow.
at, what's going
Wow.
on? What
Yes.
did I do? So it was the company. I would
Hmm.
say it was the company, and that's why my kids, my sons were never allowed to hang with anybody who
Hmm.
parents didn't want the best for them, who wasn't going in who parents wasn't sending their kid in the direction I was sending my sons in, because I know from my own personal experience. Because I used to tell my mom, I got my own mind. Nobody can influence me to do nothing. But see,
Hmm.
we say those silly things when we are young because we don't know no better, you
Yes.
know. But when I became an adult, I was like, the company I was keeping
Hmm.
did affected me. But
Hmm.
see, the devil is a deceiver. You
Yes.
It's like he comes like smoke. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? You think you got something until it appear. And
Yes.
it's like, oh my God, what I got
Hmm.
myself into.
Yes. So I know that you have had a rough season in life with this, and um, I thought about, when you mentioned you was looking for love, because we have a lot of people, especially our young people, who are looking for love. We have a lot of single parent households that have children who are emotionally neglected,
Exactly.
and oftentimes they want that same thing, and so they gravitate to gangs and drugs and the
Yeah,
streets because they are
absolutely.
not getting what they need at home. The beginning of life is the most important time for us to bond with our children
Yes,
and create that secure attachment so that as they age and as they grow, they will not have these insecure attachment
that's right.
styles and
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
the avoidant
Right.
attachment styles, because it makes it hard to be able to connect with people.
Hmm.
And when you mentioned you was looking for love, you were satisfied through that. And
Yes.
we have many people out there that are satisfied doing what they're doing. And when you get to the point where things, sometimes it's deadly for you, but we still engage in things because it satisfies our physical, our flesh.
Hmm.
So Decima, tell me life when what became different when you encountered a relationship with God?
Um, that's a good question. First of all, love. Because I was looking for love in the streets. I was
Mhm.
a young lady that didn't love herself. I thought I wasn't good enough because the neglect, when your family neglect you, that's the most powerful is love after God.
Mhm.
Your mother, your siblings.
Yes.
And when they don't give you that love, you feel worthless.
Mhm.
Nobody cares. It does something to you mentally.
Mhm.
And the reason I love God the way I love God because he saw a broken little girl,
Mhm.
a little girl that didn't know how to love herself, a little girl that thought she was nothing.
Mhm.
And he took me and he molded and he shaped me into a phenomenal woman that no man or even my mother could have done.
Mhm.
You know, and he took me in his arms because love is so powerful. Love covers a multitude. The Bible tell you love covers a multitude. Love can be a good thing and love can be a bad thing because
Mm.
people, you have men and women that love each other so much that they have killed for it.
Mhm.
So love is a very strong and powerful tool. And when God accepted me, it was a process because
Mhm.
I was still getting high because he had to allow me to believe that I was worthy to be loved.
Mhm.
Because my trauma made me felt like I wasn't worthy to be loved.
Mhm.
What fool would love me? Who will want me? These are the things
Mhm.
the enemy play on in
Right.
our mind.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
when God came in my life, man, it was like a breath of fresh air.
Mhm.
You know, and
Yes.
he never judged me. He loved
Yes.
me. He
Yes.
when I fell, he picked me up, he brushed me off and said, "Baby, you still a diamond to me. Baby, you
Yes.
still amazing to me." He spoke
Yes.
life in glory be to God. He
Yes.
spoke life into me.
Mhm.
Oh, the Bible speak about Ezekiel, the dry bones.
Mhm.
We are dead men walking,
Woo.
dead men and women walking, but God has a way of breathing life into you
Yes. Yes.
that will make you forget about every pain, every hurt, every disappointment,
Mhm.
whoever walked away, who didn't love you.
Mhm.
It won't even matter no more because
Yes.
his love is just that powerful
Yes.
that it'll make you forgive the people that hurt you.
Mhm. Yes.
That's why I like to minister and tell people, get to know God for yourself. This is a personal relationship
Mhm.
because a lot of people have religions, they don't have spirituality.
Mhm.
And religious is something that's passed down. Spirituality is personal.
Yes. Yes. And once you came into the knowledge of Christ, your life changed. How did you reach a place of reconciliation or forgiveness with your
Because
family? Or have you?
I was tired of the enemy playing that stuff in my head. About 2 years ago, I dealt with suicide a lot,
Mm.
suicidal thoughts. And my daddy, he's not God, he's my daddy. My daddy said enough is enough. And see, when I
Mhm.
minister, I tell people you got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Because that's the only time we listen. Because
Mhm.
this flesh is so strong, we think we know everything.
Mhm.
And when you get to that place of being sick and tired, and I know I'm a phenomenal woman, and I'm a smart, intelligent woman. There's so much great things within me, and I was ready to bloom.
Mhm.
And I had to start asking myself, what's holding me up? Why I'm not the person that I know I can be?
Mhm.
Myself from football practice. He calling too. I asked myself, I had to ask God, why I'm not being the person that I know I can be. I asked God, I said, why I can't be the person that I know I can be? He said, you got to forgive her. Say, how do I do that?
Mhm.
She hurt me. You know, we have 1,000 excuses. She did this and they did that and she did this. And, da, 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 da. And God said, it's not for you. For them, it's for you. Because the enemy going to keep playing those thoughts,
Gotta get
rewinding those
released.
thoughts
Mhm.
in your mind,
Mhm.
and you can't move forward. Erica Badu said it better.
Mhm.
Bag lady, you got too much
Yes.
stuff. And stuff is
Have to
not
release.
physically, it's mentally,
Yes.
emotionally.
Yes. And it
Because
keeps
you
us
can't
bound when we don't
process.
forgive.
You
Mhm.
can't process anything if you can't focus.
Mhm.
And you can't focus when you got trauma.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Holy God is so amazing. Oh my God.
Yes, he
Lord, I
is.
thank you.
Mm.
Glory to
Yes,
God.
he is.
My son, let me tell you something. All things work together for the good to those who love the Lord and who are
Mhm.
called by his purpose.
Yes.
My baby went, my oldest son went in the military after college. Never thought that. But the military wasn't for him, it was for me. Let me tell you why. Why
Mhm.
you say that, Decema? Jesus went in the mountains when things was going bad. He went in the mountains when things was going good.
Sorry, there must have been a disconnection If you can, just bear with us for a second.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Je-
Okay.
Jesus went in the mountains, and he went in the mountains to pray. El Paso sits in the mountains.
Mhm.
And let me tell you how the devil try to block your blessing. During the time I was having, we so independent, we profit. I ain't need no help. I ain't want nobody, because you ain't want nobody in your business. You ain't want no.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. So
Yes.
during that time, I didn't want nobody to know how broken I was, my
Mhm.
kids,
Of course.
this and that. So I didn't go the first time. God had to allow me to lose everything I had
Mhm.
for me to go to El Paso, because the devil was blocking me, because he knew my blessing was in those mountains.
Mhm.
When I tell you, let me tell you something. People think, okay, there you go. People, let me tell you what people mess up at. Because they want their word to come from the preacher, the pastor, the apostle, and the bishop. When you walk, you gotta walk in expectation, because you don't never know where your blessing and your word of encouragement or your answer prayer gonna come from. Can I tell you, I was driving to El Paso and God allowed me to lose everything. I had two jobs. I had my own plan. I'm gonna do this way, God. I'm gonna do this that way, God. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
show you who the man, who the boss. I lost everything.
Mhm.
On the way to El Paso, Texas, I called a girlfriend I really talk to, a childhood friend. She don't go to church or nothing.
Mhm.
I'll never forget this. She said, Decema, you got to give her grace. When I tell you I broke down and cried, you know why? Because the Holy Spirit allowed me to think about all the grace God gave
Yes.
me.
Yes.
When I told you I cried like a baby, because I had to think about all the stupid stuff I did, and God didn't crucify me to the cross. He gave me grace. And that's what we have to learn to do in forgiveness. You have to give people, and this is how I flip it. If you don't want to forgive, grace that God has given you in your stupidness. You got to
I mean,
give people that same grace.
yes.
You have to give people that same grace. And
Yes.
that's how I learned to forgive.
Yes.
Because I know I've been one silly chick.
Mhm.
Oh, I had an S on my chest. If I could think it, I could do it.
Mhm. Yes.
And God gave me grace. And that's why I tell people, I don't know about you, but I have God.
Yes.
When you know
Mhm.
who you are as a person inside out, you have to understand that without God, I will fail.
Mhm.
Because I know my condition. I know when I say condition, God, the church is a hospital. God is the doctor. You got to know your condition. I know my condition.
Yes.
I sit in ICU daily. Glory be to God.
I made a post today.
Jesus.
I say, God forgives. Know the difference. God forgives and humans don't. Because what we
Right.
don't forget. We always keep it in the forefront of our thoughts, of our brain, that someone hurt us, did us wrong, and we live with that. year after year, decades after decades, and we can never reach a place of freedom. And it's just
Nope.
like we going into other relationships and we still getting that same hurt or that
Yep.
same feeling from different people. And we got all this unforgiveness out here. And we can't even be healthy in our spiritual being, our physical, our emotions, or our mental because we are still holding on to stuff
You
that
can't
was
reach your full
pain.
capacity.
You can't.
You can't walk. The Bible says walk in the fullness of God.
Yes, yes.
You cannot walk in the fullness of God with unforgiveness. You
It's about
can't.
surrendering. You got to surrender.
You
You got to
have to.
surrender to God when it comes to forgiveness because if you try to do it on your own, your
Oh, you
heart, you're going to create this, it's going to be such a wall built that don't allow people to come in, and then you shut people off when you're not forgiving. It just makes life more difficult when we can't forget and forgive. And you know what? We also play it back in our mind. Like you say, the devil was playing with your mind. It's always a reminder of what people have done to us to keep us from reconciling with other people. And that's what the enemy does. He plays with
but
our
you
thoughts
know,
and reminds you of what happened over and over again
and
to keep you at a place of stagnation.
let me let me let me say this before I forget. Let me tell you something. Like I
Yes,
tell people, the older you get, the harder it get to break chains.
yes.
It's harder to break it the older you get. I'm in a season where God allowed me to lose everything again because obedience is better than sacrifice. And if you're listening, you say, "Well, why God causing her to lose everything?" Because I'm chosen. So
Mm-hmm.
let me back up a minute. Many are called, but few are chosen. And at first, when I told to live the rest of my life for him, I didn't know what I was talking about. I just knew I needed God, and without God, I was gonna fail.
Mm-hmm.
I got into this thing, I became a minister first.
Mm-hmm.
Like the devil jump on my lap. I said, well, dang, seems like I'm going through more hell with
Yeah.
God than I was with the devil.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we move forward.
Yes.
God said, now we going to another level. We going to evangelist. Let me tell you something. The night before I was about to get licensed and ordained for evangelist, I went in my car and I cried at the program
Wow.
because I already knew what happened when I became a minister. That was hard.
That was
I said,
hard.
I ain't
Yes.
know God, but this evangelist thing,
Hey,
man. I
hey.
said,
I'm
man, I ain't.
I'm
I
like
said,
Jonah. I'm like, let
that
me
was.
listen. I'm about to catch me a
Listen,
boat out of here. Yes.
I
Oh
did
my
a Jonah
gosh.
when Jonah went in the belly of
Woo.
when Jonah tried to jump
That's
ship.
that
I
surrendering
did
is
a
tough.
Jonah.
Yes.
Listen, I went in the car and called my
Yes.
godmom. I said, I don't know if I can do this. I said, it already hard as a minister. The devil
Yes.
hitting me on every side.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was strong. I liked it a challenge. But this spiritual
Yes.
thing a little different. I
It's
ain't know but
different.
this here, man. I'm
Yeah.
talking about I'm a
Yeah.
bad chick. I ain't been
Yeah.
scared of nothing or
Yeah.
nobody. But boy,
Yes.
when I got in the army of the Lord, that was a whole nother journey.
I be
And
telling
I
people
cried
I
and
be
I said,
running. Look, I be telling people, I say, look, I'm still running. Like I be running
listen,
now. Like
listen,
it is.
let me tell you something.
Woo.
I be want to pick the crown up, and then when it get
Yes.
hard, I put it down. And you
Wow.
know what? I got so tired of starting over. Cause trust and
Uh-huh.
believe, you will not go to the next level until you pass that test.
Yes.
And that's just like high school. If you don't pass them tests, you ain't being promoted.
No.
And that's
Mm-mm.
how it is in the spiritual realm. I got
Yeah.
so tired of starting over, and I told God I'm sick and tired of being starting over. And
Mm-hmm.
this time right here, when I did when I was on your platform, I was going through.
Mm.
I lost my job, man. making 75,000. God, give me what I ask for. Be careful when you ask for. Because
Yes.
you don't have to ask God. He knows what you need. Obedience. He said, I will not withhold no good thing from you.
Yes.
He said,
Yes.
I'll give you the desires of your heart. Why I gotta
Yes.
ask when that man said he'll give me what's in my heart?
Mm-hmm.
See, the
Yes.
devil fools us to ask because that scripture says you have not because you ask
You
not.
ask
He's
them.
not telling you to ask for things. He's action. Glory be to
Mm.
God. The things that we don't want to ask for, patience, forgiveness. Those are the things you're supposed to ask for. You don't go to God asking for no husband, no car,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
promotion, no job. That's in your heart. He'll give it to you
He'll give it
if
to
you
you.
walk
Yes.
upright.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to a point, I used to quit when it get hard. Man, I'm going back in the world. I'm going back to doing what I want to do. Man, this ain't for me.
Mm-hmm.
God
Wow.
say, you chose me. I chose you. So I
Yes.
knew you was messed up. I knew you was broken. I know your head been hard. I know you can be prideful. I know you can be stubborn. He said, but that's where I the glory at because it's a use.
Mm.
And when they see that I can bring what I can do for you, that
Yes.
gonna be your testimony to draw people to me to know
Yeah.
that, hey, I'm not looking for perfect people. I'm looking for
Yeah.
people who's willing to allow me to come into their heart and change
Yeah.
their life.
Yes. Yes.
So
Whew.
when you look at people like Aleta and this ain't what I told somebody the other day. Remember they gave us that paragraph in junior high? Life for me ain't been no Christian stairs.
Oh no. No. Not at all.
And see, people don't
Mm.
understand that that's her
They don't.
story. That was her
They don't.
testimony.
Don't. Yes.
And when you
Yes.
gotta, it got to a point I tell God, hey, I ain't Jesus now. They slapping
Yeah.
me too much, and you want
Yeah.
me to turn the other cheek.
Yeah. So no,
See, I'm telling
you
you,
ready to
people want to.
fight.
I laugh. I said people want to be apostles and bishops and this and that.
Mm.
I saw the cross that come with them titles.
Listen, it is. It's a cost.
You know how many times I had wanted to get mine back? You know how many times I tell God he can get them titles
And you
back?
know what?
Hey
You
man,
there's always I think it's always a fight, a battle internally because we want
yep,
to do what we want to do. We don't want to surrender to God's will. And
there you go.
the good
Yep,
thing, the bad things are always the most pleasurable
and easy.
and exact things we desire.
Oh, and he know how to feed us. That temptation is so delicious,
It
but
is.
it will
It is.
destroy your
Yes, it will.
insides.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
It would, it
It
would,
will.
it would. The lust of the eye is what it's
Hmm.
called.
Yes, yes.
That
You have
that
to
that
be.
that's why I monitor what I listen to and what I watch.
Mm-hmm.
The ear gates and the eye gates is the most two of the most powerful tools because
Mm-hmm.
when Nita Bond and I went to one of her conferences, she said, "You got 6 seconds to tear that thought down in your mind
Mm-hmm.
before that seed is planted."
Mm-hmm.
So that means when so is a man thinketh, so is he.
Yes.
So we have to get to a point where we tear down that thought before before
Things to cut
it's
to.
planted.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we know it ain't right.
Yes.
You know, you dance with the devil long enough,
Mm-hmm.
you won't miss a beat.
Whew.
And and
End up
and, and I
destroyed.
thank God for my going. I never thank God for a storm the way I'm thanking God for these storms I'm going through right
Mm-hmm.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not to destroy me, but to reposition me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now I'm listening. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Now I call on the Lord.
Yes.
Hey, what I need to do? How I need to
Trusting God
handle
in the
this?
process. Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't because I'm so good. It was because I was willing to listen
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
obey
Yes.
and
Yes.
surrender.
Yes. That is awesome. That is awesome. And you've learned how to
Yes.
cope with your struggles without going back or, you know,
But you know what? Can I be honest? I
yes.
backslided. I
Yeah.
did.
Oh yeah.
Because you know why? Because we go back to what's comfortable.
We do.
Well, before I found God, how I dealt with my trauma, drugs, alcohol, and
Hmm.
marijuana.
Yes. Yes.
So when I disconnect from God, who I'm going to connect to? You got to love one and
Yes.
hate the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Either you serving God or you serving the devil.
Mm-hmm.
So, but God's grace is so amazing. Back
Mm.
to that grace.
Yes.
Grace is something that we don't deserve, but he still gives it to
Mm-hmm.
us.
Yes.
And when I think about a leader, how I disappoint God and ignore him
Mm-hmm.
and go back out there, you know how much people was dying on fentanyl?
Mm-hmm.
Glory.
Yes.
Ararabasi.
Still
Glory.
is. Like I just read
Do
about a
you
story
know how
today.
much people was dying off
Woo.
of fentanyl? That could have been me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
God's grace and mercy kept me covered in my
Mm-hmm.
stupidness.
Yes. Yes.
And
God
now,
is
you know what I
amazing.
say? I have a better understanding of who God is to me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's why it's personal.
Yes.
Because you may look at it, somebody else died. I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So don't beat yourself up when you fall.
Yes.
Learn from learn from it. Because another
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell my mom, you small-minded. She's like, I'm thankful for another day for food. I said, man, that's normal. You supposed to,
Yeah.
God know that's normal. Huh? God had to break me out of that. Now I tell God, I'm so sorry for being
Mm-hmm.
so stupid,
Mm-hmm.
thinking that it's a privilege for me to wake up in the morning
Yes.
when there ain't nothing but grace
Yes. Yes.
that I have another day to see. So don't
Yes.
beat yourself up when you
Mm-hmm.
fall.
Yeah.
You learn, you dissect that moment and you learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day you take that nugget with you so you don't make that mistake again.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah.
if you do make it, you won't fall the same way you fell yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
Because life is a process. You gotta learn. Life is about learning.
Mm-hmm. It is.
You don't gotta be the fastest one to get there. The
Yeah.
tortoise beat the what it was, the rat. I mean the rabbit beat
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because and it moved slow. But
Mm-hmm.
it went because it was focused. When you move
Mm-hmm.
fast, you easily distracted.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, God ain't in it when you moving fast. Because God don't, he's strategic. He don't do
Mm-hmm.
all that. He puts one foot in front of the other one at a time. And I
That's
know
good.
sometimes people don't demonstrate God or this and that. But the Bible say, oh, taste and see
Yes.
that he is
That's
good.
good. It's
I
good.
promise you if you taste him. I promise you if you taste him. I don't care. The Bible says, though a child might stray away, they'll come back. That's the kind of
They
taste
will
God got.
return to that foundation. They will
Yeah.
return. They
Yes,
will
sir.
return. And they'll go through enough adversity to the point they don't have a choice but to come back.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, I
But when I
really
tell you, encourage somebody, my encouragement would be God don't make no mistakes and all things work
hmm
together.
yes,
I don't
that's
care
good.
what people say, what people think.
Hmm
Everybody's journey is different.
It
You
is.
trust what's in front of you. You play your hands according to what God gives you because he
Mm-hmm.
does not give everybody the same hand.
Yes.
He does not. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people can't tell you what to play. You got to seek
Mm-hmm.
that wisdom and that guidance from God. That's why God saying all that getting knowledge, wisdom, and
Understand.
understanding.
Hmm That's good. That's good. That is good. Decima, I am so proud of you. Still standing.
Listen,
It makes a difference. Because you know what? I say all the
listen,
time, I say, you know what? I've been through hell in my life, never smelled like smoke. Never. Never came
never.
out burnt. Never came out burnt. Always
Listen,
come out.
people are so jealous of me because they don't understand how I endured the things I endured.
Wow.
And God, I'm talking about, he protected me through it all. Oh, God, I said, let me tell you something. But my daddy a bad man, my jammer boy.
Yeah.
My daddy bad.
Mm.
But you got to let him because he's
Yeah.
a gentleman. He's
Yeah.
not going to force his way in your life.
Yes.
He said, knock. and I should
Doors will
answer.
be open. Yes.
But you gotta let him in. You gotta unharden your heart and let go of the
Mm-hmm.
bitterness and the trauma. Cause it ain't easy. Lord
Yeah.
knows it. I'm
Yeah.
44 and I just got it.
Mm-hmm.
I got saved at 26.
Yeah.
We talking about almost 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really understanding and applying it.
Yes.
So don't put no time limit. Don't
Mm-hmm.
put no time limit on your change in your process because a
Yes.
process doesn't have a time limit. A
Mm-hmm.
process means it's just gonna work. It's gonna come
Yes.
together. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
fall in place.
Mm-hmm.
We fail when we fail when we put a time limit
Yes.
on the process.
Yes.
That's where the devil get us at.
Mm-hmm.
When we put a time limit on the process.
Yes. Thank you so much. I thank you so much. Decima, you have been great. You have been awesome. I hope that somebody out there heard your voice, and I hope that they would take the necessary steps to
Oh
change.
yeah.
Um, if it can be difficult. Life is right now lifing, like everybody say. And when you're going through something, you need to pull your strength from a source, and that is God and those who are
Yep.
positive and strong around you. And so I
Yep.
thank Decima for coming on tonight to share that testimony, because there's others who are going through the same situation. And people fear coming forward. People fear even talking to people about their experiences because they
Oh
don't
yeah.
want to feel ashamed. They don't want to feel judged.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
you end up suffering, they end up suffering more
Yep.
because they don't have an outlet. And so I
Yep.
thank you for being transparent. I thank you for, just empowering the lives of other people, and continue doing what you do. Continue to walk upright, continue to push towards the mark. And I pray that doors will open for you, and you will have unlimited success in your life. And so I thank you for coming on again. And I look forward to the blessings God has for you. Be blessed.
Amen.
Thank you for tuning in.
All right. You have a great day.
Thank you.